Welcome back, everybody, to For the Sake of the Parlay. Today is April 26th, 2026. And what we're going to do today, we're going to review yesterday's parlay of the day and give you today's parlay of the day. All right, so let's get right into it. But first of all, let me tell you why you should subscribe. We are PPCs here, and PPCs are professional parlay creators. This is my full-time job. And some of y'all might not believe me, but I am dead serious. If these parlays do not hit, I do not eat. Next, this channel is a collaborative channel consisting of two people. You're lucky to have two PPCs on this channel, and the architect and the voice. Obviously, I am the voice, but the architect is really the one doing a lot of the planning, designing, and managing throughout the parlay making process. Without the architect, there would be no channel or none of these parlays. Lastly, we are giving you free daily content with picks and receipts. This is our 20th day in a row posting parlays with reviews. We are showing you our actual betting slips and the results. We are going to keep posting and showing you the results because we don't get tired like Kevin Gates, and we ain't never scared like Bone Crusher. We ain't new to this, we true to this, y'all. Alright, so do me a favor and smash that like and subscribe button and do it for the sake of the parlay. Alright, first of all, let's review yesterday's parlay of the day from April 25th, 2026. First of all, here's the parlay ticket here. We wound up going 5 out of 8 and another very close parlay of the day. We are very close to getting our first win in the channel. I know it, but what I'm going to do is review each one of these picks, give you my thoughts, and then we'll get right into the parlay of the day. All right, first of all, we took Julius Randle to record 6+ rebounds in his game against the Denver Nuggets. Well, Julius Randle exceeded that 6 rebounds. He got 9 rebounds, so he covered for us. And not only get 9 rebounds, he got 15 points. And Minnesota wound up beating the Denver Nuggets 112-96. So yeah, Julius Randle been averaging 6 all year, and he exceeded his average and our expectations, and he went green for us. So not much to say here except Dosunmu scored 43 points, and surprisingly, the Minnesota Timberwolves are up 3-1 in the series against the Nuggets. Next, we took the under 8 in the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Milwaukee Brewers game, and this was actually a low-scoring game. It was 6 runs going into the 9th inning, and that's pretty much all we could ask for. However, the game was tied at the end of the 9th inning, and they wound up going in extra innings. As you can see here, they scored 3 runs. The Pittsburgh Pirates scored 3 runs in the 10th inning, and also, if people don't know, in baseball, in extra innings, a man always starts out on second base because years ago people were complaining that extra innings games were taking too long, so they added a man starting on second, so people were more likely to score more runs in extra innings. So that really hurt us. But like I said, this game was tied 3-3 going into that 9th inning, and yeah, the extra innings hurt us here. Next, we took the over 8.5 in the Philadelphia Phillies versus Atlanta Braves game. And just like last game with the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers, this game actually went into extra innings. And we want this to happen when we take the over, and they wound up scoring 5 runs in the 10th inning alone. And that really helped our bet because it was tied 4-4 at the end of the 9th inning. And yeah, those extra runs help. And obviously, when you take the over, you want overtime or extra innings because that's more opportunity for your team to score and your bet to hit. And yes, this bet hit for us at over 8.5, scoring 13 runs. Next, we took Ryan Spann to win on the money line against Marcus Buchecha. And yeah, this was a very good fight. It was a tough first round. They were going back and forth, but Spann looked very powerful throughout the first round, and he looked like the stronger and bigger fight. He came in about 12 more pounds than Buchecha, and yeah, he was able to get the knockout in the second round, and it was a pretty nasty knockout. Nice little 1-2 cross, and Buchecha fell down, and yeah, that was the end of the fight. So we were right. Spann came through for us, even though a lot of people were doubting him, and he got the win as an underdog. Next, we took Norma Dumont to win on the money line against Jocelyn Edwards, and this was a very good women's MMA co-main event. These women were going back and forth all throughout the fight, having very good exchanges on the feet and on the ground, but the judges thought that Jocelyn won, and she probably did. She was a bigger fighter, got better position sometimes, and just was a little bit more dominant. So that's why Jocelyn was able to win by decision. But we were wrong. Norma did not come through for us on our parlay. Jocelyn won, and that went red for us. Next, we took the Montel Jackson and Raoni Barcelos fight to start round 3. And this fight went as we predicted. They're two very tough fighters. Jackson was actually a lot bigger than Barcelos, but Barcelos wound up getting the win, and we were lucky that this even made it round 3, because as you can see here, at the end of round 2, Barcelos had Jackson in a very nasty choke, but Jackson wound up being able to tough it out and start round 3. And like I said, Barcelos wound up winning by decision. So it was a good fight, and hey, our bet hit. The fight started round 3. Next, we took Desmond Bain, the face of our channel, and Jalen Suggs to record 4+ rebounds. Bain really came through with 7 rebounds, and he added 25 points to that. And Jalen Suggs, surprisingly, he only got 3 rebounds, but he had 15 points, so he still had a really good game. But our bet did not hit for him not getting 4+ rebounds. Also, on a very surprising note, the Magic are up in the series against the Pistons as the 8 seed 2-1. So I still look to bet both Bain and Suggs going forward. They are good players, and they are still going to get a lot of minutes. Okay, here's what you've been waiting for. Here's today's parlay of the day for April 26, 2026. What we do here is we give you that octopus, okay? The octopus is that raw parlay ticket. And what we're going to do is turn that parlay ticket and cook it something nice so we can get this calamari, so we can eat. All right, now here's this parlay of the day. First, we're going to take Julian Champagny of the San Antonio Spurs to record 2+ threes against the Portland Trailblazers. Then we're going to take Sam Hauser to record 2+ threes of the Boston Celtics against the Philadelphia 76ers. Then we're going to take LeBron to record 6+ assists against the potential closeout game against the Houston Rockets. Then we're going to take the under 8.5 in the Angels versus Kansas City Royals game. Then we're going to take the over 7.5 in the Edmonton Oilers versus Anaheim Ducks game in the NHL. Then we're going to take the Montreal Canadiens to win on the money line. Then we're going to take the Colorado Avalanche to win on the money line. And then we're going to take the over 15 in the San Diego Padres versus the Arizona Diamondbacks game in Mexico City. Okay, first we're going to take Julian Champagny to record at least 2+ threes. He's actually done this in his last 3 playoff games against the Portland Trailblazers, and he averages about 2 to 3 attempts a game. I like him to clear this total with not only Wemby being out, but he is a 3-point specialist, so he should come green for us. Even though last game we took him, which was the last game of the regular season, he disappointed us. Him making 2 in the last 3 playoff games make me feel really good about this pick, and he should get 2+ threes. Next, we're taking Sam Hauser, the Boston Celtics, to record at least 2+ threes. And Sam is really a 3-point specialist, and he's been shooting a lot lately. They've been featuring him, and that's all he comes in and does is literally shoot threes. And he's averaging around 2.5 to 2.9 3-pointers a game, and he's showing at a high percentage, about 40 to 50%. So I really do like him to clear this for us, and I feel very confident that he might even be able to do this for us in the first half and go green for the sake of our parlay. Next, we're going to take LeBron to record at least 6+ assists in this potential closeout game against the Rockets. LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time, and like I mentioned before, nobody's ever accused him of being selfish. He's going to be the primary ball handler here, and I know they're really trying to close out things in a surprising series against the Rockets, so I expect LeBron to really show out and have a really good game as they look to sweep the Rockets. And I do believe that LeBron will go green for us. Next, we're taking the under 8.5 in the Angels versus Kansas City Royals game. Reed Detmers of the Angels is pretty decent. He should be able to keep the game low. And Seth Lugo is coming off one of the best games of his career last game. It was a combination of pitching and the Angels' offense being inconsistent. They've only averaged about 3 runs their last 5 games. It's a great combination for this game to go under 8.5. Next, we're taking the over 7.5 in this Edmonton Oilers versus Anaheim Ducks game. And I really do like this game to be high scoring again. It's been the same thing all series. Elite offenses with bad goaltending. So a lot of scoring, a lot of bad goaltending equals a higher total. Last game, it was a total of 11 goals scored. I do think that something like that will happen again. So I do like this over 7.5, even at plus money, to come through for us and go green. Next, we're going to take the Montreal Canadiens to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning at home in Montreal. And I really just like this game because I feel like Montreal is the more motivated team. I think out of all the Canadian teams remaining, they probably have the best chance to go the furthest in the playoffs. And this is really like their Super Bowl up there, all right? And they're already up the series 2-1. So I do like Montreal to come through for us on the money line as a slight underdog. Next, we're taking the Colorado Avalanche to beat the LA Kings in a potential closeout game and sweep of the Kings. Colorado has been dominant all series. They are probably the best team to win Stanley Cup. They have an elite defense and elite offense and very good goaltending, and that's a formula to win the Stanley Cup. And they should close out this game against the Kings and send them home early. So we like Colorado on the money line here to come green for us. Next, we're taking the over 15 in the San Diego Padres versus Arizona Diamondbacks game. And this is the highest total of the year so far. However, it's very important to know that this game is being played in Mexico City. And in Mexico City, they're playing at a higher altitude than Coors Field. And this just means that balls are going to travel further and there's going to be less movement on the pitches. So it's going to be easier for these hitters to hit these balls. And also, the breaking balls don't break as much. The fastballs are flatter. So this is going to be a very good combination to be a slugfest. And that's exactly what these odds makers are predicting. Also, both teams have offenses that can contribute a lot. They both have been hitting well lately. And also, it's good because each team is going to contribute to this total. So the pitching is not going to be elite, and both of the teams' offenses will score many runs. And 15 runs is very rare in baseball, and I typically like to follow the odds makers. High scoring games are usually have high totals, and low scoring games usually have low totals. So I like this bet to come green for us to be the last leg of our parlay of the day. Here are the alternate line suggestions for today, April 26th, 2026. First, we're going to recommend taking the over 6.5 in the Edmonton-Anaheim game. Now, the posted line is 7.5. However, alternate line of 6.5 is better because that could be the difference. A game of 4-3 will win, and that'll be good for your parlay. However, if you take that posted line and the game winds up being 4-3, then you won't win on our regular parlay. Next, we're going to recommend taking the over 12.5 in the San Diego Arizona game. Now, like I said, this game's being played in Mexico City. They're expecting a lot of runs, but just in case it's not as many runs as Vegas is expecting, it's good to take a lower number if you're picking the over. So we recommend taking 12.5 as the alternate line. Lastly, we're expecting this Angels and Kansas City game to go under because of good pitching and inconsistent offense from the LA Angels. So just give ourselves a little bit more cushion. We want to take a few more runs. So instead of under 8, we're going to recommend taking under 10. And just remember, with our alternate line suggestions, for example, today in the San Diego Padres game versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, which is going to be played in Mexico City, and they're expecting this to be a high-scoring game, you want to give yourself a better number, and I'll give you more cushion. For example, over 12.5 runs is better than over 15 runs. And next, when you get this better number, it equals less odds. For example, the over 15 runs is minus 110. However, the over 12.5 runs is minus 225. Okay, there you have it, everybody. That's today's parlay of the day with our alternate line suggestions. Just remember, winners never quit. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and one good parlay can make your day. All right, good luck, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video.